With new homes popping up all over Nashville, what you're about to see is a real wake-up call for anyone getting a new neighbor.
Yeah, at the center of this controversy, a former HGTV star and Tennessee Titan facing criticism after building a new home. Our chief investigative reporter, Jeremy Finley, has been looking into this.
So, Jeremy, you know, what you found shows just how contentious things can really get between new neighbors.
Well, that's right, Tracy. In fact, it doesn't matter if your new neighbor is famous or not. What's happening right now with the star of the Nashville version of the popular HGTV show Flip or Flop shows just how quickly new neighbors can become old enemies, and shows the one important step all homeowners should take.
It's hard to miss it. Alongside modest one-story houses is this one built by Deron Jenkins.
When you find out that a TV design star lives next door, that seems like that's going to be a great thing.
Probably no comment on that.
Vince Joyella says his relationship with the former HGTV star and Tennessee Titan started cracking following a legal dispute over property lines. Things got worse when Joyella says Jenkins' crews started parking in his yard. And then Jenkins' scaffolding was set up on Joyella's driveway with bricks piled up. Joyella says Jenkins at first didn't ask permission to do any of it.
I was extremely confused and extremely frustrated.
And there's more. Joyella says these videos and what's written on this check show how little the former HGTV star cares about infringing on his neighbor's property.
They walk around in scrubs and try to make people think you're important. You're not nobody, dude. You're not nobody, dude. You're not nobody. So shut the up. I'm the contractor, player. That's what I do.
I've talked to your neighbor. He believes that you think, well, because I'm a former Tennessee Titan and I've had a national TV show, that I can get away with steamrolling the little guy. What would you say to that?
I don't know in which way he would be steamrolled, because he's the only person that received money.
Jenkins says, in fact, he did get permission to set up the scaffolding in advance and then agreed to pay Joyella $3,000 to use his property. But things got even uglier when Jenkins wrote the check. Look what's written on it.
What do you mean by that, blood money?
So this was the first time that I've really actually built in Nashville, and had a situation where a neighbor was actually trying to siphon money out of me.
In fact, listen to more of the recording.
If somebody would have siphoned money out of you, you wouldn't be happy either.
And Jenkins says what you don't see in the edited videos is that Joyella and another man were standing on his property at the time.
So you just see an angry man, when the reality of it is I asked them to get off my property and they antagonized me.
We can actually see the crease.
It's all resulted in litigation still pending after 5 years, with Joyella saying Jenkins hasn't repaired damage to his driveway, and Jenkins saying Joyella won't allow his crews on the property to fix it. The kind of dispute you don't see on network home renovation shows.
I've tried to be a good neighbor. I've tried to resolve it, but it seems like it just won't go away.
Wow, Jeremy, what a mess. We know people are building all over town. What's the takeaway here if someone builds next to you?
Well, Marius, this is all about property lines. I cannot stress this enough. If you have a new neighbor move in or build, have your property surveyed, especially when homes are built as close as they are being built here in town. You have to know where your property ends and theirs begins in case there is a dispute. Marius.
That is great information there, Jeremy. Thank you so much. And if